Okay, so we're here on top of Robert Miller's home on Creighton Drive. My name is Noah Dixon. I am the contractor working for Modern Roofing and working for Robert Miller, handling all the damage documentation on his roof. Now, this roof, with the current scope of work, has been approved for this slope to be replaced, not this slope. So just the rear slope and the inner, including this slope, and the front porch. That slope is not approved. That is what is on the current scope of work from the insurance. Now, I am a contractor. I am not here to discuss coverage at all. And I'm not here to discuss the homeowner's policy or any coverage on the roof or extension of any coverage. I'm here solely to document damage for the homeowner and send it to the insurance to review. Now, my findings on this roof are, obviously the slope is damaged by hail. We know that because it's been approved. I also know that the storm came from this direction. And I know that because looking at this roof, I could tell just by looking at it, the top half of the rear slope of his roof is significantly damaged in hail, and the bottom half is not significantly damaged, only slightly damaged. That lets me know when a hailstorm comes in from one side, it typically damages the upper half of a slope. Now, this is a soft metal on the rear slope that was approved. It shows clear hail damage, all the hail damage being along the top of the vent. Further reinforces the claim that the storm came from that direction. Now, what I'm here to discuss is the hail damage on the roof and the difference between the hail damage on the roof and the wear and tear on the roof. Now, I know that the Seek Now adjuster the State Farm hired to come out here and inspect the roof did mark damage on this slope, but the slope was not approved. So I am just here to document my findings of the damage on the roof. My findings of wind damage on this slope, or this one area right here, it's the only wind damage on this slope. Now, to get into the hail damage on this slope, the circled marks are wear and tear, granule loss, blistering, all of that. The underlined marks are hail damage, and I'm going to show the difference now. So, with the hail damaged area of a shingle, you can clearly see right here, it's a circular indention, and it has granules embedded in the matting, in the shingle. Now, when you press on this, just want to show, you can see it kind of spongy. You see it moving? It just sponges back and forth. I'm not really sure how much the camera is capturing that, but the shingle smudges back and forth. It's very spongy. Right above it here is a great example of pattern granule loss and possible blistering right here. So you can see those fibers inside of it. Now, what blistering is, by definition, is it is basically caused by moisture trapped in the shingle that essentially just gets too hot. It's heat and moisture trapped in the shingle. So you can see when I push on this, it's hard. It does not budge. The shingle does not move. It is not spongy. It is hard. The matting is fully intact. The shingle does not smudge, because that is just granule loss. You can see there are no granules actually embedded in the shingle, just sitting on top of it. Hail damage, by definition, is a circular indention, as you can see here, with granules embedded inside of it. You can see the granules, the very small ones, actually embedded inside of the shingle. And that is because a circular ice ball has impacted the roof and caused those granules to shoot into the matting and embed themselves in it. You don't see that with granule loss and blistering, as you see here. The shingle's hard, and this is the edge of a shingle. It should be soft anyways because it's hanging right here, and it's hard as can be. No sponging at all. You press on this shingle, you can see here, get a good angle. Spongy. The matting. You can see the matting move. I'm trying to hold the camera still. There are some spongier hits on this roof that will show better than that. This is another instance of a piece of hail damage next to granule loss / blistering. The shingle is hard, as you can see I'm pressing as hard as I can, and it is just not budging. We go here, this hail hit, and you can clearly see the shingle buckling under the pressure. I'll just show that with a couple more hail hits. This is also another instance of blistering. So focus. You can see no granules embedded. It's not really a circle. It's more of like an oval shape, and you can actually, I'm not sure if the camera can capture it. There's some granule or some fibers visible in there, which you don't see with hail damage. Another instance here. Pattern granule loss. See, it's a large area of the granules missing, but there's no circular indentation, no damage. Another instance here. Circular indentation, granules embedded in the shingle, and it's soft to the touch because that matting has been punctured. See if we can show that here. You can see that granule moving back and forth. It's just soft. Another instance here, I might have already showed this one. Circular indentation. You can see this right here. Kind of an oval shape. No granules embedded. Not hail damage. Hail damage. You can see the matting. How soft it is. You can see it move. Okay. Now, that is on this eave here. This is the other side of it. I'm gonna just show the same thing. I'm gonna go a little faster now though. Hail damage. You can see how soft it is. Clearly, as you already know, non-circular, no granules. Circular, granules. Matting is mushy. Bouncy, spongy. Again, spongy, bouncy. Circular, granules embedded. This is just textbook hail damage. It's exactly what you look for when you're looking for hail on a roof. Circular. Just want to show how spongy that shingle is in this area where it's been impacted. You can actually just see it bouncing. Now, this is a full slope of the roof. An indicator that hail has hit this slope and has damaged this slope of the roof is going to be this skylight here. As you can see, I've chalked this skylight. Hail, there are hail hits up and down it. And the skylight is on this slope of the roof. Another thing you can see is spatter. So you can see this dirt, it's kind of doesn't really come off, but when you have a hard impact, something almost scraping it, you get spatter, showing hail. Same thing, the slope of the roof. the unapproved slope currently has hail damage. You can see, I'm just going to show you how spongy this shingle is right here. I mean, you can see it move up and down. I really don't know how much you can see this in the camera, but yeah, you should be able to see this one good. Man, the shingle clearly just buckles under the pressure. Non-hail damage, put all my weight into it, push as hard as I want. You're not gonna see any buckling because that matting is in perfect condition. Granules have just came loose from it. So another instance of hail damage here. You can see the entire area around it sponging up and down. You can see the entire area around it sponging up and down. You can see the entire area around it. You see it sponging up and down. Sponging up and down. Don't see that in pattern granule loss. It's just not a characteristic of it because the matting is not damaged in those areas. That is wear and tear. Hail damage causes leaks over time because the matting is damaged. Now, just in this small area, you can see the hail hits I just showed you were all circular indentations. Another characteristic I'd like to mention. When you look at something like this of granule loss, you see the granules around it, they're perked up. See how perked up they are? See them sticking out a little bit on the edges? If you rub your finger over it, you can feel it. It's perked, right? Well, when you go to hail, that hail impacted that area and mushed all of those granules down. So you can smoothly rub your finger across the top of it and not snag at all. And you can see all the granules around it. Let's get a clear visual here, please. They're mushed. They're mushed down all around it. That's a characteristic in hail. It happens because the hail hits those granules, mushes them all into that center circular, mushes all the granules in this area, creates an indentation about that large, but mushes the granules around in this area, and that causes you to be able to see where all the granules are pushed into that circle and not perked up around the edges like it is in granule loss. Now, in just this small area, I did not do a 10 by 10, but in this small area of the roof, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hail hits on the front slope of this roof. And I just showed all the hail hits, and you could see exactly what the hail looked like and see that it was in fact hail. And you could see when compared to granule loss and blistering, there was a clear significant difference. Now, this front porch of the roof is approved. I'm not going to spend any time on that. All of this area is approved. I would like to point out though, all the hail damage on the gutters up here. You see small indentations right there specifically, right there. Plenty of small indentations here on this. I'd also like to show this soft metal over here with plenty of small circular indentations. Now, there are no trees overhanging this roof. There are definitely no acorn trees overhanging this roof. Now, this slope of the roof is also not approved. This is the right slope of the roof. And I'm gonna do the same thing and show hail damage compared to blistering. This is blistering. You see, I push down on the shingle, you get no buckling. I come here to a granule loss, or to a, hail damage, and you can see there are granules literally embedded into the shingle, into that fiberglass matting. And when I press on it, it's clear as day. Look at that matting just move around it. The whole shingle just buckle. Pattern granule loss. This is not blister. Pattern granule loss. The shingle is hard. It's not circular at all. It's like an L shape. And there's no granules embedded in it. Circular indentation, granules embedded in it. Not hurt. A sharp granule. You can see the shingle buckle under my finger. You can also see, again, very smooth. All the granules around it are pushed into it. You look here, you can see them kind of perked up around it because they haven't been impacted. That's a clear sign of no damage, which is good. We're glad that that's just wear and tear. But there is hail on the roof as well. I mean, soft buckling. I'm not going to spend too much time over here. I mean, I've spent about 15 minutes already showing the damage on the roof. This is no different than anything else I've already explained. Like I said, look at that shingle just buckle under the pressure of my finger. I mean, one finger is not a lot of pressure, and you can see the, if I could hold the camera still, look at that shingle, how soft it is. Look how the granules around it are embedded. Look how they're all down. I can rub my finger across. No prickly granules are poking up. They're all smooth. You go here, rub my finger across, and it's hard. So you can probably hear it in the video. I'm catching on granules. Hail damage, circular indentation, soft matting around the shingle. Hard as a rock. So this is a 10 by 10 area as well. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hail hits in this area, and all those instances of granule loss I just showed. Now, so that is all the damage that I, as the contractor, have documented on the roof. It's all the damage that I've seen on the roof. This is, we already know this roof was hit by hail. And it's pretty clear that every slope of the roof was hit by hail, and not just a couple slopes. Are these slopes worse? I mean, you can tell. Yeah, this slope is definitely worse, but is that slope damaged? Absolutely. Now, it is not my job to make any coverage decisions. I want to make that clear. I'm not asking for more coverage on the roof, and I'm not asking any coverage decisions to be made. All I'm doing is documenting my damage for the homeowner, sending it to the insurance, letting you guys know exactly what damage is on this roof, and allowing you to get with the homeowner and make a coverage decision.